Hey there, I'm Callan Goodell, the Charleston Park Conservancy. I'm Park Angel number 401. We're out here at Hazel Parker Playground on a chilly January morning, which means February is just around the corner, which means it's time to prune our roses to get them to control their size and to make sure that they're in full bloom in a few months towards the end of April. What we're dealing with here is a knockout shrub rose, and the main thing that we're going to want to do first is make sure that we're dressed appropriately. It's probably going to be cold, so you want to wear long sleeves and also gloves, because these roses are very thorny and they will try and prick your skin and give you some scars if you're not dressed appropriately. The main thing we're going to need is just a set of hand pruners or loppers if there's a thicker cane that we're going to have to cut. The first thing that we're going to want to do with this particular shrub is cut it down by about 1/3 of its height to get down to the main canes. So we can just come through here, cut off a lot of this top foliage. We also want to get rid of any of this thin, spindly growth that's thinner than about your pinky finger or a number 2 pencil, and also any suckers around the base of the plant. And then once we've got it down to about this, we want to get rid of any shoots that are coming towards the interior of this plant, or shoots that are crossing over one another and competing with each other. And we can do that getting rid of these interior ones. And here's another rather spindly one, like I mentioned earlier, that we can just cut off. And then once we get to about this point, we have to start looking for the buds that we want to cut just above, and we want to make sure we get an outward facing bud, because we want this rose to grow in a vase shape and leave this open part in the middle. So as you can see on this cane, if we can find a bud, there's a bud right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's this little protrusion, little red protrusion that's on the outside of the plant. So we want to cut just above that, because that's the direction that that shoot's going to grow once spring comes around. We also want to kind of stagger where our cuts are, so it doesn't look like someone just came in and cut it clean off, but the location of the buds on the plant is going to kind of do that for us. Another one, and then find one on this last one here. It's kind of coming out like that. Kind of missing something on the side, but this is about what you want it to look like when you're done. Anywhere from a foot to 18 inches or so off the ground, and just really it's going to look like thorny sticks in the ground. And then in this end of April, these will have grown considerably in height, and they'll have beautiful blossoms on them of all our pink knockout roses. We'll be doing this in February all month. Particularly, we have a lot of roses out at Windermere Boulevard Community Garden, and we will be out there Saturday, February 5th at 8 in the morning, pruning all of our knockout roses out there, so come on out and help us.